phones with passing cars like they're going somewhere else. I leave the lamp on low so the dark won't ask for help. Nothing in the room has changed, but everything has moved. I feel it in the way the silence knows there's only one of me here now. These quiet nights alone don't shout, they settle in like a chair across the table that no one's sitting in. No tears left on the surface, no reason on the phone, just the sound of my own breathing in quiet nights alone. Second cup nearby, like habits still not gone. I don't call it missing you, I call it what remains. The shape of something once shared, still echoing in place. These quiet nights alone feel heavier than they seem. Not because you left me, because I stayed in between. We didn't break in pieces, we didn't slam the door, but the night got wider than it was before. I don't hate the empty side of the bed I never claimed. I hate how normal it's becoming to not hear my name. These quiet nights alone are teaching me to stand without reaching for a shadow that doesn't take my hand. If I'm honest with myself, there's nothing left to postpone. I'm learning how to breathe inside. Quiet nights alone. The window hums again like it always has, and I let the night be what it is, quiet and alone. You never raised your voice in me, never tried to steal my time. You listened when I spoke too slow, like my thoughts were worth the night. We didn't need to prove a thing, no sparks lighting up the room, just quiet days and open doors, and knowing where I stood with you. I was used to standing guard, always ready to defend, but with you I set my armor down and didn't look back again. Loving you felt like home, not a fire, not a storm, just a place I could breathe in when the world felt warm. Loving you felt like home, no fear of being alone. Laughed about the smallest things, shared silence without a name. Some nights nothing happened at all, and still it felt the same. You never promised me the sky, never said forever once. But every morning I woke up calm, like I already had enough. I didn't need to chase your heart or wonder where you'd be. You stayed without explaining why, and that meant everything to me. Loving you felt like home, not a rush, not a race, just a steady kind of knowing I was safe in your space. Loving you felt like home, no mask, no control. Even on my quiet days, you made me feel whole. Maybe love isn't meant to burn, maybe it's meant to stay in the way you say my name when the lights are low and gray. If it ever fades with time, I won't say it was wrong. Some hearts are meant to pass through gently, just to show us where we belong. Soft breaking love, soft breaking love. Loving you felt like home, and I'll carry that truth, not as something I lost, but something I knew. Loving you felt like home, and even if we're not, I'll always be grateful for the calm that we got. Some loves don't leave a scar, they leave a light behind. And even now I still walk softer, because you once were mine. It didn't break me all at once, there was no moment I could name. Just little things I brushed aside that never felt the same. The silence lasting just too long, a look you didn't mean to hide. I told myself it was nothing and kept you by my side. I thought love always felt like effort, like holding on and being strong. I didn't notice I was learning how to be hurt all along. Loving you hurt slowly, like water on a stone. Nothing sharp, nothing sudden, just wearing down my home. Loving you hurt slowly, day by day. I stayed because it didn't feel wrong, it just didn't feel okay. You never meant to cause me pain, and I never asked you to stay. We both just kept on moving in slightly different ways. I smiled through what I couldn't say, made peace with what I lost. I didn't count the damage then, I just paid the cost. I learned how love can fade without a sound or fight, how you can miss someone while they're still inside. Loving you hurt slowly in ordinary time, in unanswered questions and crossed invisible lines. just a scar, maybe it's the steady ache of being who you are. I don't blame you for the distance or myself for staying in. Some pains don't come from endings, they come from where you've been. Before I learn to let you go. If I ever love again, I'll listen closer to the truth. I'll remember how it felt when loving you hurt slowly. Clock blinks 12:03, like it's keeping score of me. I trace the outline of your name on a screen I don't unlock. Nothing loud enough to break, nothing sharp enough to blame. Just a quiet pressure in my chest that doesn't ask to be explained. Soft tears at midnight don't fall, they stay, like something I'm still holding, but don't know how to say. No sound to wake the neighbors, no words I need to write, just the weight of what I'm feeling in soft tears at midnight. I turn the pillow over, searching for a cooler side, as if that small adjustment could change what's in my mind. I don't call it missing you, it's more precise than that. It's the space your silence left still sitting in my lap. Soft tears at midnight move slower than the hour, not enough to drown the room, but enough to shift its power. No scene to dramatize it, no truth I need to fight, just the way my breath gets uneven with soft tears at midnight. I don't replay our ending, I replay what we spared, all the words we didn't use because we still care. Soft tears at midnight feel lighter than they seem, because I'm not breaking down, I'm waking from a dream. If healing has a rhythm, it sounds like this tonight. The clock blinks 12:17, and nothing's changed inside, but I'm learning how to sit with soft tears at midnight. We stood so close to something real, but never close enough to choose. We talked like time was endless then, like nothing much was left to lose. Your hand would almost reach for mine, then stop like it was better so. We learned the shape of maybes, but never how to let them go. Every word felt carefully placed, like we were guarding something fragile, afraid the truth might change the pace. So we stayed still a little while. I was almost yours forever, almost choosing, almost true. We were standing in the moment, just not brave enough to move. I was almost yours forever, in a life we never tried. Some loves don't fall apart, they just stay on the other side. You said my name like it was safe, but never said it like a vow. We laughed about the future, like it wasn't asking us right now. I'm memorized the way you stay, just close enough to feel alive. We kept our hearts half open, so we'd never have to say goodbye. I could feel the words you hid every time you looked away, but silence felt like mercy then, so we let it have its way. I was almost yours forever, almost all the way in. We were right outside the door, but never let ourselves begin. I was almost yours forever, and maybe that's the treat. Some loves are meant to last in time, they're meant to stay uncrude. I don't blame the fear we had, it kept us breathing, kept us kind. Not every heart is meant to leave, some are meant to hesitate in time. If I ever wonder what went wrong, I won't call it a mistake. We didn't lose each other, we just chose the path we didn't take. I was almost yours forever, and I felt it every day, in the way you never left, but never asked me to stay. I was almost yours forever, and I made my case with that. Some loves don't need a future to prove the moments that they had. I was almost yours forever, not a promise, not a lie, just a quiet kind of closeness that never learned how to cross the line. If I remember you at all, it won't be with regret or rush, just grateful for the way it felt to be together like a simple thing. No tears we couldn't hide. Just quiet words and careful space. Then you walked to the other side. I thought the door had closed behind you. I thought the moment passed, but something stayed inside that room and followed me back. I didn't feel it right away. It took its time to show how endings don't always leave just because you let them go. It was the goodbye that stayed long after you were gone. Not in your voice or your name, but in the way I carried on. It was the goodbye that stayed, soft, unseen, like learning how to live with something that's no longer here, but still in me. I moved through days like I was fine, answered when they asked. I learned how to avoid the truth by never looking back. But every quiet evening knew, every empty chair, it's something left without a sound and never really disappeared. I didn't miss you like a wound that bleeds or needs to cry. I missed you like a habit I never said goodbye to inside. It was the goodbye that stayed in ordinary time, in moments that felt unfinished, in thoughts I left behind. It was the goodbye that stayed, not sharp, not loud, just the quiet kind of leaving that never leaves you out. Maybe not all goodbyes are meant to fade into the past. Some become a part of you and quietly last. I don't blame us for letting go, but wish we tried again. Some endings teach you how to live with what remains. It was the goodbye that stayed, and I still feel it now. Not something breaking my heart, just something that showed me how. It was the goodbye that stayed, and it changed the way I see that loss doesn't always scream. Sometimes it breathes in me. It was the goodbye that stayed, and even as I move on, I'll remember how it felt to lose you quietly. But long The sink still drips in steady time, like it doesn't notice change. I leave one light on in the hall, so the dark won't say my name. Nothing dramatic in the air, nothing sharp to miss, just the sound of my own footsteps echoing like this. Lonely feels like this, not loud, not breaking down, just a room that's slightly bigger when no one's around. No tears I need to hide, no silence I can't fix, just the weight of empty evenings. Lonely feels like this. I cook enough for two by habit, then scrape the plate away. I catch myself almost speaking, then let the moment fade. I don't call it missing you, it's smaller than regret. It's the space between two heartbeats that hasn't closed up yet. Lonely feels like this, a breath that doesn't land, like reaching for a second hand that isn't there to stand. We didn't fall apart, we didn't twist or twist, but the quiet got familiar. Lonely feels like this. I don't replay what ended, I replay what remains, the outline of your presence in ordinary days. Lonely feels like this, not cruel, not unkind, just a steady kind of absence settling in my mind. If healing has a shape, it's softer than a fix. It sounds like midnight breathing. Lonely feels like this. The sink still keeps its rhythm, the hallway light still glows, and I'm learning what it means when lonely feels like this. You didn't ask me who I was, you let me be it every day. No questions hiding in your eyes, no fear that I'd walk away. I wasn't used to quiet rooms where nothing felt like it might break. I learned to guard my every move before I knew how to feel safe. I was always watching doors, always ready just in case. But with you I stopped counting reasons why things don't stay. That was when love felt safe, not perfect, not loud, just knowing I could rest my heart without explaining how. That was when love felt safe, no edge, no race. You didn't promise me forever, you just stayed in place. We didn't talk about the end, didn't need to name the start. We let the days arrive and leave without defending every part. You listened more than you replied, let silence finish what we meant. And somehow in the simplest ways I felt like I was finally seen. I didn't need to prove my worth or hold my breath to stay. You met me where I already was and didn't ask me to change. That was when love felt safe in the ordinary days, in coffee cooling on the table, because they prevail. When love felt safe, and I still carry that. Not as something I lost in time, but something that I had. That was when love felt safe, and I knew it was true. Not because it held me tightly, but because it never had to. That was when love felt safe, and even now I know some hearts don't need excitement, they just need somewhere calm to go. If I ever love again, I'll know what I'm looking for. Not the rush, not the fear, just the feeling I felt before. Nothing shattered in our hands, no final words were said. The cracks just grew between the lines of all the things we never read. We still said goodnight the same, still asked how days had been. But something thinned inside the room and slowly let the quiet in. I thought love always breaks in storms with tears you can't ignore. I didn't see it happening behind a closed familiar door. This was where love broke quietly. No sound, no sign, just little pieces falling off one moment at a time. This was where love broke quietly out of view. We didn't know the end was near because it sounded like the truth. You smiled like you always did, I smiled back the same. But every touch grew lighter, like it forgot my name. We stopped asking deeper things, stopped leaning when we spoke. We kept the shape of closeness, but the center slowly broke. I learned how distance doesn't need a reason or a fight. Sometimes it grows where nothing's wrong, just nothing's quite right. This was where love broke quietly in ordinary days, in conversations left unfinished and words we didn't say. This was where love broke quietly, not cruel, not cold, just the gentle kind of breaking you only feel when it's too old. Maybe love doesn't always lead with slammed doors or regret. Maybe it fades in soft routines we never meant to let. I don't blame you for the silence or myself for staying in. Some endings don't arrive as choices, they arrive as distance settling in. something that destroyed us, just something that showed me how this was where love broke quietly, and it changed the way I know that loss doesn't always hurt at once. Sometimes it hurts slow. This was where love broke quietly, and even as I go, I'll remember how it felt to love before I learned to let you go. If I ever feel love thinning before it says goodbye, I'll remember where it ended, not loudly, but quietly. The hallway light hums faintly like it's unsure why it's on. I don't remember turning it there, I just don't turn it off. Nothing feels unfinished, nothing feels complete. It's just the way the air moves around the empty seat. These are nights filled with silence, not heavy, not loud, just a space that stretches wider when there's no one around. No tears I need explaining, no scenes I have to fix, just a slow familiar breathing of nights filled with silence. I scroll past old conversations, but don't stop long enough to read. The glow reflects against my face like it expects something from me. I thought it would feel sharper, I thought it would resist, but it settles like a habit I didn't know I'd miss. These are nights filled with silence, when nothing really breaks, just the clock dividing hours into smaller days. No echo asking questions, no future I insist, just the quiet rearranging the nights filled with silence. I don't reach for the phone anymore, not because I'm strong, but because the space between us feels quietly gone. These are nights filled with silence, and I'm not falling apart. I'm just learning how the absence finds its place inside the dark. If healing has a language, it probably sounds like this. Not words, not tears, just nights filled with silence. The hallway light is still on, I let it stay. It didn't start with sparks or signs, no moment meant to change my mind. just longer pauses when you smile, and staying for a little while. I didn't notice what was new, just felt more calm when I was with you. Like something shifted out of sight between the mornings and the nights. I wasn't trying to feel this way, didn't plan a thing to say. It only felt like something real was slowly finding me. I was softly falling for you, without a sound, without a rush, like leaves that drift without resistance. I didn't feel the moment touch. I was softly falling for you in ways I couldn't name. No sudden truth, no spoken proof, just waking up changed. I smiled more without a reason, felt less alone in crowded places. Your name felt lighter on my tongue, like something safe I didn't question. You never asked me where this led, you let the moment be instead. And somehow that made all the space feel closer every day. I didn't guard my heart as much, didn't pull away in doubt. It wasn't something I decided, it just happened quietly somehow. I was softly falling for you, between the lines, between the days, and conversations left unfinished, and all the things we didn't say. I was softly falling for you, no reason to defend. Some loves don't need a beginning, they just slowly happen. Maybe love isn't meant to hit like lightning in the dark. Maybe it's the gentle shift when someone warms your heart. If I trace it back to where it grew, there's no single place or time, just 1,000 little moments that felt easier than mine. I was softly falling for you, and I let it be that way. Not afraid of where it leads, just glad it stayed. I was softly falling for you, and now I understand. Some hearts don't leap all at once, they learn to land. I was softly falling for you, and even if it fades, I'll always know what love can be when it grows this way. If I ever fall again, I won't wait for something new. I'll listen for the quiet signs, like the ones that led to you. Didn't notice what I gave, because it felt like love to stay. I kept adjusting where I stood, so you could always have your way. I learned the shape of your silence, the weight of what you wouldn't say. I called it patience, called it care, and let myself fade away. Thought love meant holding longer when the ground began to move. I didn't see I was paying with pieces I couldn't lose. Ooh. didn't notice I was tired, even in the light. Loving you cost everything, an ordinary time, in words I swallowed carefully, in feelings left behind. Loving you cost everything, not pain, not scars, just the quiet loss of who I was before we were. Maybe love isn't supposed to empty out your name. Maybe care shouldn't feel like death, or silence feel like blame. I don't hate you for the distance, or myself for staying in. Some cars don't show up as mistakes, they show up as who you've been. Loving you cost everything, and I see it now. Not something that destroyed me, just something that showed me how. Loving you cost everything, and it changed the way I know that love should never ask your heart to disappear to grow. Loving you cost everything, and even as I leave, I'll carry what it taught me about what love should be. If I ever love again, I won't pay with all of me. I'll remember what it costs to love you. The ceiling fan moves shadows across the wall in lines. I let the room stay quiet, like it's waiting for a sign. Nothing urgent in my chest, nothing left to spark, just the steady way my mind gets clearer in the dark. Soft thoughts after dark, don't rush, don't fight. They settle in the corners of the quiet night. No need to call it heartbreak, no need to leave a mark, just the truth showing up in soft thoughts after dark. I replay small expressions, the pauses in your tone, not to change the ending, just to see it on my own. I used to fill the silence with reasons to defend. Now I let the stillness tell me where it bends. Soft thoughts after dark move slower than regret. They don't ask for answers, they just connect the steps. No blame left on the table, no words to disembark, just perspective growing quietly in soft thoughts after dark. I don't feel dramatic, I don't feel undone. It's more like understanding what we had and what we didn't become. Soft thoughts after dark, feel honest, feel plain. Not louder than the distance, turning, nothing else needs to start. I let the night finish speaking soft thoughts after dark. I don't miss the way we ended, or the words we couldn't say. I miss the way the days felt lighter before love learned how to change. Back when holding on was simple, before silence meant goodbye. When I didn't read between the lines or count the reasons why. We weren't careful with our hearts, we didn't know we had to be. Love was just a place to rest, not something that could leave. I miss the way love once felt, when it didn't ask for proof, when staying didn't feel like work, and leaving wasn't truth. I miss the way love once felt, before the way, before the doubt. And loving you was just a feeling, not a thing to figure out. We talked about the smallest things, like they were all that mattered then. Time moves slower in those moments, before it rushed us to the end. You didn't guard your every word, I didn't feel what came next. We trusted what we couldn't see, and somehow that was enough. We thought love was something steady, that would always stay the same. We didn't know we could grow tired or forget its own name. I miss the way love once felt, before it learned to hurt, when caring didn't come with cost or lessons we had to learn. I miss the way love once felt, when I didn't need to choose between protecting my own heart and everything I felt with you. Maybe love was never meant to carry all that time. Maybe it was always casual, just honest for a while. If I sound like I'm looking back, it's not because I want it again. I just needed to remember who I was back then. I miss the way love once felt, and I hold it carefully, not as something that I lost, but something that lived in me. I miss the way love once felt, and I won't say it was wrong. Some things are beautiful because they stay a while. I just carried away. Love felt like a memory that still can We still had things we hadn't said, still rooms we hadn't seen. The story felt half written, still somewhere in between. I thought we had more ordinary days, more time to understand. But goodbye showed up quietly before we'd even planned. I wasn't ready for the ending. It didn't raise its voice. It came like it was natural, like it wasn't a choice. This was when goodbye came early, before love learned to fade, before the reasons made sense, before we were afraid. This was when goodbye came early, soft and unprepared, like losing something beautiful before you knew you cared. Didn't fight our way apart, no doors were slammed or closed. We just stood there realizing what time had quietly chose. You look the same, I did too, but something shifted inside. The moment felt unfinished, like we said it too soon to try. I didn't know how to hold it or ask it to stay. I only knew the future had slipped a step away. This was when goodbye came early, in the middle of us, before the hard days arrived, before the healing was discussed. This was when goodbye came early, not cruel, not loud, just the quiet kind of leaving that doesn't explain how. Maybe some endings don't arrive when love is worn or old. Maybe they come when something good is still unfolding, still whole. I don't blame you for the timing, or myself for the pain. Some goodbyes hurt because they come before we're ready to change. This was when goodbye came early, and I still feel it now. Not something breaking my heart, just something that showed me how. This was when goodbye came early, and it changed the way I see. The loss doesn't always wait for clarity. This was when goodbye came early, and even as I go, I'll remember how it felt to love before I learned to let it go. If I ever say goodbye again, I'll listen closer when it's near. Some endings hurt the most when goodbye comes early. No one noticed when it started. No clear sign, no perfect day. Just two voices staying longer when everyone had walked away. We didn't call it anything, didn't need to understand. It felt like something finding us, not something we had planned. There was comfort in the silence when we didn't have to speak. Every moment felt unguarded, like we finally could breathe. That was our quiet beginning. No promises to keep, just learning how to stay a while without counting what we lose or keep. That was our quiet beginning. No spotlight, no name, just two hearts slowly noticing. They felt different, felt the same. We talked about the smallest things like they were enough somehow. Time felt softer when you listened, like it didn't rush us now. You never asked where this was going, I never felt the need to know. We let the present have its moment and trusted it to grow. I didn't feel the need to hurry or protect my every part. You didn't try to reach too far, you just stayed where you were, close to my heart. That was our quiet beginning, in ordinary days, in shared looks and borrowed time, and all the words we didn't say. That was our quiet beginning. No fear, no defense, just finding peace beside each other in the present tense. Maybe love doesn't always arrive with fireworks or sound. Maybe it just feels like staying when leaving's all you've known. If it ever changed with time, I wouldn't say it failed. Some beginnings are meant to be gentle, just to show us how love feels. That was our quiet beginning, and I still carry that, not as something that ended, but something true we had. That was our quiet beginning, and even now I know some loves don't need a story, they just need room to grow. That was our quiet beginning, and if nothing more came through, I'm grateful for the moment when my heart first felt like you. If I look back on where it started, I won't search for signs or proof. I'll remember how it felt when love arrived so quietly, so true. The room was quiet. coat was still by the doorway, but something else had left instead. We talked about the weather, about things we do someday. I don't remember what you said, I just remember how it felt to stay. I thought love left with words or slammed doors or tears. I didn't know it could disappear while we were still right here. It was the night love left, no sound, no sign, just something missing in the air. I couldn't define. It was the night love left before goodbye. We were still together, but love had already said goodbye. You sat beside me on the couch like you always used to do. Your hand was warm inside of mine, but it didn't feel like you. We smiled out of habit, we laughed because we should. I kept pretending everything was fine because nothing looked misunderstood. I didn't wanna name the space that grew between our breath. I stayed inside the moment even as something left. It was the night love left, an ordinary time. No fight to mark the ending, no reason, no crime. It was the night love between our words. I felt you listening to mine. You didn't try to fix my thoughts. I chased the tears I wouldn't say. You stayed close enough to notice when my smile began to fade. I was used to loud our feelings, trying hard to be understood. But with you I didn't have to speak to know I was heard. It was love that spoke softly, never raised its voice, and the way you waited patiently, like I always had a choice. It was love that spoke softly, no promises to prove. You didn't say you'd never leave, you just showed me how you'd move. We were in the shape of quiet days where nothing needed to be named. Some nights the room was still enough that even time forgot to change. You noticed things I never said, the weight I carried home at night. You met me in the middle ground between holding on and letting life pass by. I didn't feel the need to hide or explain the parts of me. You never asked for more than truth. Steady light that stays when nothing else agrees. If it ever faded quietly, I wouldn't say it failed. Some loves are real because they're gentle, not because they prevail. It was love that spoke softly, and I leaned in to hear, not afraid of losing it while it was standing here. It was the quiet ones stay with you longer than the loud could ever be. If I ever listen closely to my heart when it's unsure, I'll remember how it sounded when love spoke softly, calm and sure. said that I was tired, never asked you to stay. I learned how to smile carefully and let the truth fade away. We talked about the simple things, like nothing had changed at all, but every word I held inside began to feel too small. I thought pain would ask for a space or make itself known. I didn't know it could live this way, so quiet, so alone. This was love that hurt in silence, no sound, no sign, just learning how to carry weight and call it fine. This was love that hurt in silence, day by day. Nothing broke between us, I just slowly gave myself away. You never meant to cause me pain, and I never blamed you once. I just learned how to disappear without calling it loss. I stopped bringing every thought that made the room feel tense. I learned how to love you gently by not needing anything in return. I didn't want to start a fire or ask you to choose, so I kept quiet long enough to slowly lose. This was love that hurt in silence, in ordinary time, in unsaid needs and open hands and reasons left behind. This was love that hurt in silence, not cruel, not wrong, just the quiet kind of breaking that goes unnoticed for so long. Maybe love isn't always loud when something isn't right. Maybe it hides inside the things we never say out loud at night. I don't hate you for the quiet or myself for staying still. Some pains don't come from endings, they come from staying, from the will. This was love that hurt in silence, and I see it now. Not something that destroyed me, just something that showed me how. This was love that hurt in silence, and then it changed the way I see that love should never ask your heart to disappear quietly. This was love that hurt in silence, and even as I go, I'll remember how it felt to love without letting the hurt show. If I ever love again, I won't hide behind the truth. I'll listen when my heart speaks up, before it learns to hurt in silence too. To hurt in silence too. every word you said. I wish I'd answered differently. I remember how the room felt calm when you were standing next to me. It's not the nights I miss the most or what we almost tried to be. It's how my thoughts grew quieter whenever you were close to me. I was used to holding on to things that hurt to keep, but with you I learned the space where memory could sleep. I'm holding you in memory, not frozen, not afraid. Now wishing for another chance, just grateful that you stayed. I'm holding you in memory, like light behind my eyes. You're not a wound I carry now, you're a warmth I recognize. Some names don't fade with distance, they just learn to rest with time. Some faces live inside the past without asking to be mine. I don't reach for what we were or wonder where it went. I let the moment be enough for what it always meant. I don't need to hear your voice to know it still was kind. Some hearts leave echoes quietly that never asked to be rewound. I'm holding you in memory, the way you held me then, without regret, without return, just who I was back when. I'm holding you in memory, no need to make it stay. Some loves are meant to shape us, then gently drift away. Maybe love was never meant to last in every form. Maybe it was meant to teach how something soft feels warm. If I ever feel alone, I won't call that a loss. I'll remember how it felt to be known without a cost. I'm holding you in memory and letting it be kind. Not something pulling at my heart, just something on my mind. I'm holding you in memory, and I don't need it more. Some loves don't stay beside you, they stay in who you are. I'm holding you in memory, and even now I see not every goodbye is broken, some are quiet honesty. If time ever asked about us, I won't rush to explain. I'll say we were a moment that taught my heart to remember gently without pain. We didn't wake up different, nothing sudden in our eyes. We still shared the same morning light, still said our usual lines. But something shifted underneath, like ground that won't explain. 2 steps taken side by side, still didn't feel the same. didn't know it could fade this way without a sound to lose. This was where hearts fell apart, not loud, not fast, just two directions quietly growing from the past. This was where hearts fell apart, out of sight. We were still holding hands, but not holding tight. We spoke like nothing had changed, but stopped leaning when we talked. The space between our sentences, learned how to walk. You looked at me like you cared. I looked like I was fine, but something stopped reaching across that invisible line. I didn't blame the silence or search for who was wrong. I just felt us moving separately while staying alone. This was where hearts fell apart in ordinary days, in unanswered questions and words we couldn't say. This was where hearts fell apart, not cruel, not cold, just a gentle way of leaving before goodbye is told. Maybe hearts don't always break with tears or burning pain. Maybe they drift like continents that never meet again. I don't blame you for the distance or myself for staying still. Some endings happen quietly against our will. This was where hearts fell apart, and I see it now. Not something that destroyed us, just something that showed me how. This was where hearts fell apart, and it changed the way I know that love doesn't always end in words. Sometimes it lets you go. This was where hearts fell apart, and even as I move on, I'll remember how it felt when we slowly became gone. If I ever feel love drifting before it says goodbye, I'll remember where it happened, where hearts fell apart quietly. Didn't need to touch at all to feel the space between us close. Every word was spoken slow, like we already knew the most. I noticed how your voice would change when you said my name out loud. Not asking for a deeper truth, just staying where we were right now. There was comfort in your eyes before I crossed any line, like the world could wait a moment while our thoughts aligned. That was when our hearts future written in our hands, no reason to be afraid. That was when our hearts fell close, in the simplest ways, just being fully in the room and letting time behave. We stayed inside the present tense, didn't borrow from tomorrow. Every laugh was honest and untouched by fear or borrowed sorrow. You never tried to hold me still, I never felt the need to run. We let connection be enough without deciding what we'd become. I wasn't measuring the moment or wondering where it led. I was learning how to listen to what closeness said. That was when our hearts fell close, no label, no design, just knowing I was understood without explaining why. That was when our hearts fell close, before the world stepped in, when all we needed was right there and nothing else had to begin. Maybe closeness isn't meant to last in every form. Maybe it's just meant to show how something real feels warm. If distance ever finds its way between the words we chose, I'll remember who I was when our hearts fell close. That was when our hearts fell close, and I still feel it now. Not something pulling me back in, just something I allow. That was when our hearts fell close, and I don't need it more. Some moments stay because they're true, not because they ask for more. That was when our hearts fell close, and even now I know some loves don't need to last forever to feel whole. If I ever search for proof of what connection meant, I'll think of you and how it felt when closeness was enough back then. We didn't tear the words apart, they stayed just where they were, still hanging in the quiet air, still sounding like before. You said it like you meant it then, I held it like it stayed. But somewhere in the everyday, the meaning slowly changed. I thought a promise had a sound you'd hear when it was gone. I didn't know it could grow silent and still move on. This was the promise that faded, not broken, not denied, just losing all its color right before my eyes. This was the promise that faded, soft and thin. It didn't end in goodbye, it just stopped holding a we reached for it. It felt a little wrong. You smiled when you said the words, I nodded like I knew. But promises grow tired too when no one pulls them through. I didn't blame you for the distance or myself for the weight. I just felt something loosening where faith used to stay. This was the promise that faded in ordinary days, in plans we never spoke aloud, and things we didn't say. This was the promise that faded, not cruel, not cold, just a quiet kind of ending you don't notice growing old. Maybe promises aren't meant to last the way we hope. Maybe they're just something true until they quietly let go. I don't hate what we believe or wish it wasn't real. Some truths are honest in the moment, even if they don't stay still. This was the promise that faded, and I see it now. Not something that betrayed me, just something that showed me how. This was the promise that faded, and it changed the way I know that love doesn't always leave with words. Sometimes it just lets go. This was a promise that faded, and even as it goes, I'll remember what it felt like when I still believed it held. If I ever make a promise, I'll listen to what it needs. Not every vow is meant to last. Some are meant to fade gently. You didn't leave when days felt small, or when the light came in too late. You stayed when nothing happened, when love looked ordinary and plain. I was used to louder moments, trying hard to feel secure, but you chose the quiet hours and taught my heart will last for sure. You didn't ask me to be more, didn't need me to explain. You just showed up every day, and somehow that remained. This was a love that stayed when nothing tried to shine. Not chasing highs or promises, just holding steady time. This was a love that stayed, not loud, not afraid when the world kept changing shape. You never walked away. You listened more than you replied. Let's what staying really meant. I didn't need to guard my heart or wonder where I stood. You made the safest place I knew out of being understood. This was a love that stayed through ordinary days, and coffee cooling on the table, and words we couldn't say. This was a love that stayed without a need to prove. You didn't promise me forever, you just never moved. Maybe love was never meant to save us from the dark. Maybe it's the quiet light that helps us see where we are. If it ever fades with time, I won't say it failed. Some loves are real because they last in the ways they never yelled. This was a love that stayed, and I still feel it now. Not something pulling at my heart, just something I allow. This was a love that stayed and changed the way I knew that care doesn't need a reason to be honest, deep and true. This was a love that stayed, and even if it's gone, I'll carry how it held me then and know where I belong. If I ever love again, I won't look for brighter days. I'll look for the quiet ones that know exactly how to stay. Nothing ended when it started, nothing broke in what we said. We still laughed the same at dinner, still shared the same warm bed. But something moved beneath the surface, like a tide we couldn't see. Love was still there in the room, it just wasn't next to me. I thought love would warn us before it slipped away. I didn't know it could stay close and still not stay the same. This was when love changed, not left, not gone, just learning how to feel different while holding on. This was when love changed, soft and slow. We were still saying always, but meaning it less, you know. We spoke in careful sentences like they might fall apart. I felt you listening to my words, but not to my heart. You touched me like you remembered how it used to be. I touched you like I was hoping you'd come back to me. I didn't fight the feeling or ask it to explain. I just felt something drifting that used to stay. This was when love changed in ordinary days, and conversations growing shorter in softer ways. This was when love changed without a sound, like standing in a familiar room that suddenly shifts with weather. I don't blame you for the distance or myself for feeling it. Some changes aren't a failure, they're just truth arriving bit by bit. This was when love changed, and I see it now. Not something that destroyed us, just something that showed me how. This was when love changed, and it changed the way I know that love doesn't always end. Sometimes it grows into something we outgrow. This was when love changed, and even as it moves on, I remember who we were before the feeling was gone. If I ever feel love shifting before it says goodbye, I'll remember there was a moment when love changed, and we both knew why. And we both knew why. Didn't fall apart at once. There was no break in sound. I just stopped feeling like myself each time you weren't around. I learned how to keep my balance while leaning all the way. I told myself this was love, even as I faded gray. I thought staying meant I was strong, then leaving meant I failed. I didn't know how tired I was until my heart exhaled. Loving you wore me down, not fast, not loud, just taking more than I could give without asking how. Loving you day by day, nothing broke between us. I just slowly slipped away. I stopped asking for your time, stopped needing you to see the parts of me that used to shine. Loving felt like being free. I learned the art of waiting, of lowering my voice. I told myself this was patience, not the loss of choice. I kept believing one more try would finally feel right. I didn't notice how often I was tired before the night. Loving you wore me down in ordinary days, in quiet compromises and things I didn't say. Loving you wore me down, not pain, not scars, just the slow forgetting of who you are. Maybe love is not supposed to feel like wearing thin. Maybe care should give you strength, not slowly wear you in. I don't blame you for the distance or myself for staying long. Some losses don't arrive as endings, they arrive as gone. Loving you wore me down, and I see it destroyed me, just something that showed me how loving you wore me down. And it changed the way I see that love should never cost you your own energy. Loving you wore me down, and even as I leave, I'll remember what it taught me about what love should be. If I ever love again, I won't disappear somehow. I'll listen when my heart grows tired, before love wears me down. Nothing changed in how you spoke, your voice was just the same. The room still held our memories, the light still knew my name. But somewhere between your sentence and the space before my reply, something loosened in my chest, and I didn't know why. I always thought love left in waves or slowly learned to go. I didn't know it could disappear in a moment, soft and low. That was the moment love slipped, not far, not fast, just something gone between two breaths I couldn't get back. That was the moment love slipped out of sight. We were still standing face to face, but something wasn't right. Your hand rested next to mine like it had 1,000 times, but it didn't reach for me like it used to in our minds. We smiled out of habit, we nodded like we knew, but I felt the door inside me close before either of us moved. I didn't want to name the shift or let it be real. I stayed inside that second and learned what loss can feel. That was the moment love slipped in ordinary air, no reason, no explanation, just suddenly not there. That was the moment love slipped, not loud, not clear, just the quiet kind of ending you feel before you hear. Maybe love isn't the leaving or the words we what was there then gone. If I ever feel that quiet shift before the silence hits, I remember there was a time I felt the moment love slipped. Nothing ended when it happened. No clear line, no final sound. We were still standing in the same place, but hope was no longer around. The future stayed where we left it, still shaped like something we could reach, but it felt further than before, like it forgot how to speak. I thought hope would ask for answers or beg us not to leave. I didn't know it could grow quiet and slowly stop believing. This was where hope felt quiet, not lost, not gone, just resting in the silence where it once went on. This was where hope felt quiet, out of view. Nothing told us it was over, it just stopped pulling us through. We talked like time was on our side, like there was no need to rush. But every plan felt lighter, like it didn't weigh as much. You smiled when you said someday, I nodded like I knew. But someday didn't sound the same like it used to do. I didn't fight the feeling or ask it to explain. I just felt something loosen where belief once stayed. This was where hope felt quiet in ordinary days, and half-made plans and careful words and reasons left to fade. This was where hope felt quiet, not wrong, not right, just a gentle loss of certainty in the middle of the night. Maybe hope is not the fire that burns until the end. Maybe it's the fragile thing we carry until it bends. I don't blame us for believing or for letting go. Some hopes don't die loudly, they just stop saying go. This was where hope felt quiet, and I see it now. Not something that betrayed me, just something that showed me how. This was where hope felt quiet, and it changed the way I see that not every ending arrives with clarity. This was where hope felt quiet, and even as I move on, I'll remember how it felt to hold before the sound was gone. If I ever feel belief fading before the truth is clear, I'll remember where it ended, where hope felt quiet, right here. promised to be brief. The day still held your laughter, and I still wanted to believe. Nothing asked us to let go, no voice told us to leave. Love was still inside the room, it just didn't know how to breathe. I thought real love would always stay, or at least explain why. I didn't know it could be true and still say goodbye. This was a love that didn't stay, not more, not weak, just something real that couldn't live in the way we needed it to be. This was love that didn't stay, soft and true. It didn't live because it failed, it left because it couldn't be you. We held on gently toward the end, afraid to cause a sound, like if we spoke the truth out loud, we finally fall apart. You looked at me like you still cared. I know I felt it too, but caring wasn't strong enough to pull us all the way through. I didn't fight, but letting go, or ask it to remain. I just felt love loosen its grip without turning into pain. This was love that didn't stay in ordinary days, and plans we never finished, in words we couldn't say. This was love that didn't stay, not cool, not cold, just the quiet kind of leaving you never get control. Maybe love is not the thing that promises forever. Maybe it's the moment when two hearts try their best together. I don't regret the way we loved, I wish it was undone. Some loves are meant to show you truth, then gently move you on. If I ever love again, I won't measure it by time. I remember there was once Same light across the floor. You asked me how I slept last night, like we'd done it all before. Nothing felt like an ending, nothing warned me then. The world kept moving forward, like it always can. I thought love would leave a mark, a sound I couldn't miss. I didn't know it could disappear inside a day like this. It was the day love ended, not loud, not clear, just something missing in the air I couldn't hear. It was the day love ended. Before goodbye, we were still standing side by side, but love had passed us by. We talked about the usual things, plans we'd never make. I watched you fold your hands like there was nothing at stake. Your smile looked almost familiar, mine probably did too, but something stopped reaching out between me and you. I didn't want to say it first or turn the moment real. I stayed inside the quiet and learned what endings feel. It was the day love ended in ordinary time. No tears to prove the ending, no reason, no crime. It was the day love ended, soft and slow, like losing something precious before you know. Maybe love doesn't fall apart with shattered hearts and flames. Maybe it ends in gentle ways without a name. I don't blame you for that day or myself for staying through. Some endings don't arrive as choices, they arrive as truth. It was the day love ended, and I see it now. Not something breaking my heart, just something that showed me how. It was the day love ended, and it changed the way I see that love doesn't always say goodbye. Sometimes it leaves quietly. It was the day love ended, and even as I go, I'll remember how it felt to stay after love let go. If I ever feel that stillness again, before the silence shows, I'll remember there was a day